Just
Yes.
they took his shoes again, Justin.
Yo, Bronson Reed ain't seen heaven, man. This tribal thief. This man taking J's, uptowns, like, bro. Do you not have shoes of your own at home?
Right. Let me find out. This is like a charity thing over here. Like what?
Motherfucking tribal bandit over here. Them shits don't even fit him. What you gonna do with that? Put it on the
Listen,
wall?
I'm tired of seeing Roman barefoot. This shit ain't. Listen, I can't.
Hey, at least Roman ain't out here showing open toes.
Yo, can I just tell you the biggest pet peeve of mine?
What's up?
I hate people. I hate it when people wear their shoes and they don't wear socks. I think it's the most disgusting thing ever. And I think it's extra gross when you wear ankle socks and you have high shoes. Because now I can't see your socks. So I think your socks are super low and your feet smell.
See, for me, it doesn't matter, but I think with the guys, I'm not trying to see your open toes because guys, a lot of us don't get like the pedicures and like take care of our feet. Like
Mm,
women, y'all take care of your shit. Like us
mhm,
guys, sometimes we be living foul. Like some guys don't even know how to cut toenails. So it's like
mm,
I ain't trying to see your damn toes or your feet. Like no, put some damn socks on. I don't care if they're lows. I don't care if they're highs. I don't care if they're knee highs. Put some shits on. I ain't trying to see that
okay.
shit.
Well, thank God he had some socks on, but I'm kind of tired of seeing him barefoot in the ring, laid out. This shit, he got to stop. Somebody needs to stop Bronson Reed.
Then again, we've had what 4 years of Roman dominance, so we kind of need something different. This is something different, and Bronson can
No,
really use this.
no, no.
It's just.
I'm totally being facetious. I'm
uh,
totally being facetious, but I'm tired of seeing him laid out barefoot.
Maybe my frustration is I remember that one time he did what the complex shit with La Puma and spent like almost 10 racks on like his kicks. So it's like every time he gets his shit jacked, it's like, man, them shits probably cost like 300, 500. Like I know for Roman is this shit ain't nothing because Roman's a fucking multimillionaire. But like, come on, Brunson, this ain't no fucking like Spreewells you jacking. Those are like $500 shoes, man. Come
You know what
on.
I thought today when I saw those sneakers around when I saw them around his neck? I feel like they might have given him prototypes, but I was just like, maybe not.
And that's the
Maybe
thing
not.
too, because Roman began like special shit where it's like, well, probably Roman knows like, all right, if he's gonna jack my shit, I'm gonna make sure I'm not gonna get like the limited edition, like the one of ones. Like he ain't touching these motherfuckers.
I don't know. I'm just tired of seeing
He'll,
him
he'll
barefoot,
probably he's probably
but
like, man, I was gonna get this cherry anyway. Here you go, Bronson.
unfucking believable. Here's what I'm gonna say. I literally, um, I felt I was about to fall asleep. Literally about to fall asleep. I kind of felt like I even put in the separate group chat, I put did this feel like a raw that was super regular degular? It felt regular degular from the beginning of the raw to up until the end, up until this main event. I didn't think that LA Reid should have been his first defense. I thought it was a little weird that it was his first defense, although yeah, he beat him the last time. I just don't feel like LA Reid has that shiny luster that he had before. I mean, I never thought he did, but I felt like he it felt like a big I felt like okay, at the very least the fans were behind him after a while. And I'm not saying that the fans are not behind him, but he just doesn't feel like a big ticket. And I kind of felt like, okay, for Adam Pierce to come out and just grant him this rematch or the rematch slash title defense automatically, it felt like no, like I felt like back then there was some resistance where Paul Heyman was with his people. Like
Uh,
Paul Heyman was with someone, like that was like, no, you can't just make a match at the at the foot of the ramp, like we got to talk about this. This has to make sense. Da. So I kind of felt like I was just think maybe I was thinking too much, but I felt like LA Reid. I mean, all right.
All right, first off, I didn't want to correct you, but we're gonna correct you because why are we going out on the goat L.A. Reid, who does music, versus L.A. Knight, the
Is he a
wrestler?
goat? Oh,
Because I'm like, L.A. What L.A. Reid do? Did he even give us some great music in the '90s and 2000s? Why is he going on L.A.
oh,
Reid?
that is hilarious.
But
I
I'm gonna
said that
allow this because I want
shit.
to see how long he goes with this before he figures out it's L.A. Knight.
You're right. You're right. You're
Second,
right.
second off, I don't think you're reading too much into this. I think you're forgetting all this Seth knee shenanigans started with LA Knight in that Saturday night's main event match. So for it to come full circle and LA Knight to come out and be like, yeah, because all this bullshit started with our fucking match. So yeah, I want a goddamn title match because A, I won, which means I jumped to the front of the line. And B, we need to fucking finish this loop that you done started with the whole knee gate shit. So it made perfect sense. And then Pierce is tired of fucking Seth's shit. Pierce was tired of everyone's shit. This is like, all right, y'all been doing this shit all the way going into SummerSlam. Dominic playing hooky with the medical team. Seth's doing this nonsense. I've had it. He's like, I'm tired of everyone's shit. Fuck it, we're doing this match. So it made
Mhm.
perfect sense that it's LA Knight, even though you don't see it for the guy.
I don't. I never did. I just felt like and I still do feel like he's just a gimmick. A gimmick phrase. Nothing more than that. It felt like his promo tonight felt a little bit more creative, I guess, if you want to say.
Uh-huh.
But I was just not impressed with that first um with this first whatever, but I was impressed at this ending.
I mean, it was solid. It's just LA Knight. I need you to stop flubbing your lines, my guy, because this is now like
Oh, I peeped that.
this
I
ain't the
peeped
first
that.
time you've done that out on a live mic, and it's like, all right, once is a boo boo. Second time's like, all right. Third, this is more than twice that you flubbed the line out there, and I know people don't get nail promos 100%. And sometimes you freestyle depending on what the crowd's doing, but this ain't the first or the second time. Like, if we really gonna
Hmm.
push you, I kind of need you to just kind of nail this shit a little better. Especially if your whole stick is I talk.
Is nailing. You're like, right. I thought it was weird. I thought it was weird, but anyway. Um, let's talk about last night.
I mean, there's a
Should we
lot
go to
to
night
talk
two? Should we go
about.
to night one first?
Yeah, there's a lot. See, this is what I was trying to tell you. Like, we couldn't do a hiatus because SummerSlam's too fucking important. The second biggest show of the year. There's always something major, and whatever happens at SummerSlam usually alters or carries over into the rest of the year,
Hmm.
where it's just too much. So yeah, we gotta start night one because I mean, your man led off the entire PLE,
Which was a dope match.
which
It was a
is
dope match.
this is it's weird when we don't get Roman in the main event, but it was a nice, refreshing change of pace of like, fuck it, I'm opening.
Hmm.
I thought that was
I
really
thought it was
good.
I thought it was very well paced. It was good. It felt like they were having fun. Um, I liked the behind the scenes stuff. I thought that it was the perfect match to start, but I think we said that it was going to start last week.
Yep.
Um, Second match, what was the second match? Because I felt
The
like it was.
women's tag team title, Charlotte and Alexa
I thought
versus.
that that was good, but um I thought it was good and it was a good pace, high energy. Um, but I wasn't I'm not gonna say I wasn't wowed, because I think I knew that they were gonna win. But I thought it was a good match.
I thought it was very good. We knew Charlotte and Alexa was winning. If anything, this showed Roxanne and Raquel as a unit, and especially Raquel, who's now become like a tag team specialist because she's like a multi-time champion, tag team champion. Like they look really good, and I like how they're playing the frenemies thing with Charlotte and Alexa. Of
Mhm.
they're not entirely on the same page, but because they're that talented and they're
Mhm.
respectively single stars who are like really really fucking good, and now you're putting them together. It's like you're putting LeBron and Wade together. It took a little for it to mesh, but even then, this is like
But it
two super
works.
talents.
Mhm. It works. It works.
Great match.
What was the other one?
All right, so this is where
This night, this is where I was doing everything but.
this is where night one started to lull. So this is where we got Sammy and Karen Cross, which was a solid match. I thought it was gonna be a little longer. I
Mhm.
thought Cross was
I was
going to
shocked that
win,
Sammy won. Yeah, same.
but the fact that Sammy won, we kind of said it going into this, where we were like, if Sammy wins, I think that's kind of telling on where they feel about Cross. And notice how we didn't get no
I
Carrion,
don't,
no Scarlett tonight.
I don't think I'm always hopeful. I don't think that way. I'm always hopeful that it's just, it was just a match. They gave him a match at SummerSlam, and that's it is what it is. I'm hoping that it is what that was because I felt like the entrance was great. It felt like a good reception. The crowd really was behind him. So I'm hoping that it's not what folks are saying.
I'm hoping so too, but after what happened in the main event, I don't know what the fuck to believe. I'm just gonna surprise me.
Right, right.
Surprise me.
Literally, literally, literally. What was after that?
So after that is Tiffany retaining against Jade. I was actually surprised at how many people were pissed online that Jade lost, even
Mhm.
though this match kind of told me, like, remember how we were going into this match? You, me, and Corey were kind of split on this, where we didn't know what the
Mhm.
hell because it felt like the
Yeah.
training was off of both. This match told me WWE is really, really, really behind Tiffany Stratton. Like, she has that Charlotte 2016 rocket where if not for Sasha Banks, Charlotte would have been champion for that entire year. And it feels like Tiffany's on that type of rocket.
But I kind of feel like this reign, like Charlotte's reigns were always spicy because of the people that she had. I don't feel like she's got some good people, but this reign isn't spicy.
I
So I'm shocked that they are, but I'm shocked that they are.
I think it's just a matter of Tiffany's going to find it the same way. Like, even though, like, go back to that ring, right? Charlotte didn't really find herself until she feuded with Sasha. Like, she had some good matches with Becky, she had some good matches with Natalia, but they weren't really memorable. The Paige stuff wasn't memorable. It was when she finally feuded with Sasha, and they started trading the title, where Charlotte kind of really grew into that heel character. She was like more comfortable on the mic. She was more comfortable in her persona. That's when the pay-per-view thing record actually became a thing, and like Charlotte kind of blossomed in that feud to where like, oh, I'm 100% comfortable now. Like
I
now,
think they
now
both
I'm good.
blossomed. I think they both blossomed. They
Yeah,
both
and so Tiffany's
they
missing
both
her.
complemented each
Yeah,
other.
so Tiffany's missing her like Sasha at the moment, but she's starting to like get it. And the fact that
But she got a ton. Let's not say that she's got some good people on that
she
roster.
does, and she's got a lot. She's got a loaded side on that SmackDown side. You still got Bianca over there whenever she gets cleared. Zelina can wrestle. Julia's got the US title. Chelsea's over there. So Tiffany's going to be fine. It's just a matter of that company's gonna be very, very patient with her. Jade, we gotta see where this
Mm,
goes.
mm, mm. I was surprised she didn't win because I thought she was gonna win.
I'm actually surprised how short it went. This match only went 7 minutes. It's the shortest match on both nights. I thought they would have got a
Hmm.
little more time, given that this is a 2 night mania. But
I think there's a reason for that.
hey, I think they played to their strengths. It was like, all right, because we took the training wheels off, we're not gonna give you 15. We ain't that fucking stupid.
Hmm. What was after that?
After that was Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul, Randy Orton, and Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll got my respect, man. You get in that ring and take them
It's still not
bumps.
Bad Bunny.
It's not Bad Bunny and it's not Logan Paul, but yo, Logan got height on that damn frog splash to the outside, and Jelly Roll ate all of that. No pun
Hmm.
intended. So you get my
I thought it was hurt at one point.
I thought it was two because they kept showing the replay. I was like, yo, he took all of that and then some. Like Logan got him
Mhm.
good.
His wife his wife was on the sideline, I was busy watching her because I was like, based off of her reaction, will tell me if he's okay.
It was,
And so
it was
mhm.
funny because Cardi was ringside too. Like, get up. It was like, girl, he's probably dead.
Oh, she
Give him
was? She
5 minutes.
was? I didn't realize she
Yeah.
was. Oh, that's cool, that's cool.
Yeah, because remember she was there night one, and after she
Right.
did the entrance, she was ringside for the rest of it.
Oh, she stayed ringside?
Yeah,
Um,
I was like,
okay.
girl, that man is probably dead. It's this ain't Bad Bunny where you expect him to bounce up and he'll be all right. Jelly Roll's like, nah, I'm gonna need about 10 minutes. Randy, you on your own. Sorry, the voices in my head telling me go back to go listen to
Right,
that.
right.
I'm actually
Um,
surprised
uh-huh.
Logan and Drew got the win though.
Mm,
You usually do celebrity spots. Usually that would have been the Jelly Roll win.
um, wait, who won this match?
Drew and Logan. Logan pinned Jelly Roll.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't see that.
The fact that you're surprised, I was just as surprised seeing it. I was like, okay.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's interesting.
That's what I said.
Um, okay, what was after that?
Main event
Look at
time.
how we were just rolling through night one. Night one was some shit in the beginning.
We
I was like,
we knew
what
night two
is
was we knew
this?
night two was loaded. Night one was all right. When is Roman coming on? When is Charlotte coming on? When we get into his main event, which is where
Mhm.
we're at now. CM Punk defeats Gunther. 30-minute match. That went long,
That
but
match was good.
that match was
That match,
excellent.
Gunther, shout out to him, bro. Like, you can always count on him with a match like this. Like, I think thus far he's given a lot of people, although I wasn't 100% impressed by that Jey Uso match at WrestleMania. That match still gives me I'm still kind of like tilting my head for that match.
Hmm.
But I felt like this match was both main events. I felt like they they dug deep and brought some shit out because I've never seen John Cena wrestle like that, like last night. I was pleasantly surprised. But for this one, um, like I almost felt bad for CM Punk. Almost. Because I was kind of enjoying this ass whipping that he was getting.
Oh, he was taking the ass whooping and then some. And then Punk made Gunther bleed, and that shit hit another level. It was a really great match. It was Gunther reminding people that he's a big match wrestler. Like
That's
this,
right.
this is why the company has faith in him. You can put him in a spot like this, he's always gonna give you a banger. You don't gotta worry
That's
about him.
right.
And Punk
That shit was a banger.
Punk lived up to the best in the world moniker. He put on a really excellent match. He came out of it in one
Mhm.
piece and he was champion for about 5 minutes because then Mr. Rollins had some plans and decided to do some fuckery. Decided
Yo,
to come out and tease
yo.
like, I'm gonna come back for that title. You just wait till I'm healthy. Oh, by the way, have you seen Chocolate Factory? It's Willy Wonka time. there, here goes the crutches. Here goes the knee brace. I'm taking off my blouse and I'm sprinting
Yo,
in damn heels. It's
not the
like
blouse.
and I'm just screaming at the TV like, "You motherfucker!
I
Oh,
loved it.
you
I loved it.
motherfucker!"
I absolutely loved it.
And all
I loved it. It was the best cash in. Like, I hated WrestleMania 31.
Mhm.
Hated it. You hear me? I was so mad at Seth Rollins for years. I was mad at Seth Rollins for that
Are
cash
you
in to me though.
serious? Oh yeah,
What?
you're huge Team Roman.
I
That's right.
hated I hated Brock Lesnar for years and I hated Seth Rollins for years
I love
because of
that
that.
one. I actually called that because I was not feeling Roman winning that night. I was like, "Where's Seth's
Well, that
music?"
was my first. That was my first WrestleMania coming back to wrestling, watching wrestling again.
Ah,
That was my first one, and I just was just like, I fucking hate this shit. Who is this guy? I can't stand him. No, I love Seth,
oh
but
nah, but he did it Saturday night. I lost my shit. All I kept hearing was "lovely somewhere." Like I told y'all. Because Lily's one of the few people like, I know this motherfucker's working us. I know Seth. I know he's working. I was like, this fucking girl is right.
He had videos of walking with his kid with the crutches.
Yeah, he sold that like a G. And then he ran in there, beat that man with the briefcase, cashed in 1, 2, 3, and new champion. At least, oh no, not even. I was gonna say, I think CM Punk lasted longer than Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania 40, but no, I think Drew lasted longer. I was like,
Oh, you think?
oh, someone clocked it. I think Drew had him beat by a couple seconds, but they're both in the 5 minute club.
So who's in the 5 minute? Roman's in the 5 minute club, right?
Roman's in it because of Sheamus.
Yep.
Drew's in it because of Damian Priest, and now Punk's in it because
Right.
of Seth.
That's it.
I think there's probably more, but
You can't think about it. We don't have Corey
probably
right now.
Jeff Hardy when Punk cashed in on him. I know I saw that clip for circulating on Karma.
So I didn't realize. I actually didn't realize that that happened until that night. And I had to jump on the bandwagon because Matt Hardy tweeted it thanking Seth Rollins, and I thought that that was interesting, and so I had to hop on the bandwagon with that one. But
So
I'm.
that one I didn't see live, but when I got back into wrestling and did my deep dive on Jeff
Mhm,
Hardy's singles run and saw that, I was fucking pissed. I was
mm,
like, he got his moment. This motherfucker Punk, really?
mm, mm.
Oh,
Well,
I was mad.
well, did he get it?
Straight as my
Karma came back.
ass. Yeah, Karma got him.
Karma got him. So
And that's night
that's
one.
night one. Night two, Naomi versus Io versus Rhea. That match, the entrance alone live was like goosebumpish.
Oh yeah.
Like it was incredible, incredible, incredible. I was in the building
But I
that
was about to
night.
say, yeah.
I was in the building that night with Siendel, who's supposed to be up here, but she's not.
She listening, she lurking.
Um, but she really, I think that was a classic heel match for her, but it also had a mixture of, because usually heels, they work, I don't want to say they work stiff, but they work with less movement. And I feel like she still kept true to to her style and her wrestling style. And she really really honed in on the heel stuff. I felt like she dominated that match for a very, very, I want to say 70 to 75%. Nah, I want to say 65 to 70% of the match. I feel like she dominated. And the rest of them real like it was almost as if they were showcasing her. They did their thing, but they allowed Naomi to really shine in that match. And it's still a true testament to who Rhea and Io are as performers and as coworkers. I think that that match was, I was really, really excited for that match. Like I was sitting at the edge of my seat for it.
Yeah, I think out of all the women's matches, that was the one we were all excited for that we said would possibly steal the show. I thought it was
Mhm.
excellent. I think this just vindicated Naomi leaving and then eventually coming back because now they finally see her as like a star amongst like the top stars in the company. Where but prior to that, they
Mhm.
weren't really checking for her like that. The entrances, the I didn't even know that was her pops till they actually said it on the podcast. It was
Yes.
like, oh shit, that's her pops getting down. It's like I was like, wait a minute, because I know if someone gets a special entrance like this, majority of the
Right?
times
That's
they
what I
take the
said.
L.
That's
So
what
I
I
so I'm tweeting out like you motherfuckers. Like I
said.
expected Jade to lose, but if Naomi loses and gets a Sasha Banks 30-day
Yo,
treatment, I'm about to be really pissed off. But
yo,
now,
I
like,
saw when they said it was her dad, when I saw that they were setting up, I said, "Oh my gosh, she's getting a special Olympics. Oh my god, this is not gonna go well. This is not gonna go well." And then she looked super emotional, and I
mhm.
was like, "Oh my god, does she know? Oh my god, please tell me this is not happening. Please tell me this is not happening." And when they counted that three, I was like, the near falls. I was like at the edge of my seat, trying not to scream. I was trying to compose myself.
Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway from this is when you really put Naomi, give her Naomi time and give her the latitude like this, she could hang with anybody. I
That's where
think
she belongs.
I think people forget that because it's too far in between. Of like
Mm-hmm.
you could put her with Charlotte and they could give you a banger. You could put her with Becky
Mm-hmm.
and she can give you bangers. Like just do it and do it
Right.
often.
Right.
But
Right.
man, that was such
Right.
a fantastic match.
It was great. It was great. Second match was uh
I don't know who the hell decided to put a TLC
oh
match
my
after this
god.
because when we talk about, I thought the women were going to steal the show, and then they said, "Nah,
No.
we're bringing out the Dudleys, we're bringing out the Hardys. If not for probably AEW shit, we would have Edge and Christian, and we're gonna have the TLC now." And my fucking god,
They reminded us what tag team wrestling is. They reminded us that night
like
what tag team wrestling is.
I, I tweeted this, like I was like, you can't go wrong with a TLC match because it never fails. They're always excellent and then
Mhm.
some. It's just a matter of just use it sparingly. Like this one warranted it. And man, everyone showed out. You had Dawkins taking a fucking Spanish fly off the top rope through a damn table. You had Montez doing Montez stuff. Candice LeRae took the spot of
Oh
the
my
night
god. I was
off the ladder, knee first into another ladder. I thought she blew out her
Oh.
knee. I was like, why are you going knee first?
Oh my
And then I'm
god.
thinking that's the spot of the night. No, because here come Champa about to go pull a Jeff Hardy. And it's like, nope, I watched Jeff and Edge. I know I saw WrestleMania 17. You know what I'm gonna do? Upper body. I'm gonna contort my body in the fucking air, holding on for dear life while this damn thing is moving. Because mind you, where the titles are, that the thing holding it moves. So Ciampa's got his legs up in the air, going the opposite way. I'm like, oh, like standing up with my hands on my face, like, what the fuck? But also like, for the love of God, Ciampa, hold on for dear
Oh
life, because I
my
know that shit is
god.
moving. And Gargano's got to get you back at some point, but it's like you probably got a good 30 seconds. Hold on for dear life.
But how
Do not
about
slip. Do not do whatever. Do not move. Just hold on.
but
But I was like, holy
how
shit.
about Gargano like contemplating, should I check on my wife or should I get these belts?
He's like, man, I've seen her take worse bumps. She's good. I've seen PWG. She's taking way worse. You good,
CN,
hon?
hop in if you need one to hop in.
He's like, babe, you good? Knees intact? All right, I'm getting the belts.
Unfriggin' believable. Unbelievable.
The only
That
complaint that I saw was the why it's retaining, but then again, I forgot they had the titles to begin with, so
I
I'm
did
not
too.
tripping.
I did too. I forgot that they had it, but I thought I liked seeing them come back. I kind of felt like the New Day should have been a part of that since they lost it. This should have been part of their rematch. I think okay, so
Oh,
who's the
the
guy?
only
What's the guy's
problem,
name?
the
What's the
only
guy's name that was racing up the ladder? What's his name?
uh,
You're talking about from Faxium? I think that was
Yes.
Faxium.
it was actually Frazier.
No,
Okay,
Rio's Frazier.
Frazier. Yes.
Who
He's
I'm
fast as
happy
shit.
they were in there, by the way, because they're really good. And
Yes.
they had that bump since they got moved from NXT. So I was happy they were in the match. I know I saw a lot of complaints saying that LWO should also been there, but I'm like, nah, you can't. It would be too high flyy. And
Didn't they have a match?
who LWO?
Yeah. Oh no.
No,
No, we got to remember this tag team titles were just SmackDown.
right.
Like the reason New Day's not in it is because New Day lost to Judgment Day, who was
It is
holding their
wrong.
titles, and LWO is on that side of the bracket too. So this was straight up SmackDown only.
I know. I was thinking about Ray Phoenix and Andrade.
Yes, that's you're yeah. So
And
they're
that I
part
think
of
that was
LWO.
because of I think that was because of I think they were I thought they were going to win because of this whole Triple A situation. So I was just like, oh, they might put the titles on them for whatever, however, the time frame is.
Mhm.
But no, it didn't happen.
Nope, Vice retain. I thought this match was longer. It was only 16 minutes. I was actually dead ass surprised, but
I think we were just locked in. We were so locked in. So
And
locked
it was
in.
such a sprint.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I gotta
That's what it
rewatch that
was, a
one.
sprint. That's a perfect word to describe it. It was a sprint. Yep.
I gotta rewatch that one. That was a fantastic match.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think I'm gonna
after
watch it tomorrow.
after that,
Mm-hmm.
we got Becky Lynch. Don't call me Bird Lady. Lyra Valkyria. No
So I'm gonna keep
DQ.
it buck. I don't know about you, Cien. Was it quiet in there?
Oh, I don't know. I went to get something to eat. I
Oh
just
dear lord.
and you know what's even more messed up. I went back and my section was just like the worst section. I was like in a section that they were like cheering for the announcers and they were cheering for CM Punk. Like people were just so they were not invested in that match. So it was just like, okay, like I can't. I'm the type of person that's like like the crowd energy. If no one's like, first of all, everybody went on break during that match, and it made me
They
sad,
did.
me understandable because it's just like, how long is this feud gonna boil over? And then when you see Bailey get involved, I'm like, again. Like I understand her role is like kind of conflicted because I think she's trying to help Lyra, but at the same time, I feel like, and it's gonna sound mean to say, but I'm just like, she ain't really need to be there.
She didn't.
She didn't need to
I
be
think
there.
this is what I
What are you
think.
sitting here What are you sitting here trying to fight Becky for? Like we know you have beef with Becky. You didn't need to be there.
I think that they need their own feud. I think
Yeah,
the element of the Lyra element was not. I think it was. It's just. It. It made it very clunky,
yeah.
and Bet Bailey got lost in all of this.
First of all, people were pissed that like Becky's theme song got like changed.
Yeah,
People were
I
doing
wasn't.
so.
I wasn't mad because I don't care about her, but I was confused. I was
Yeah,
definitely
it
confused.
seems like it just seems like Lyra is just now tied into this since she got here, and it's just like if she don't get another title opportunity or if she don't beef with Bailey right now, like if she don't turn on
Mm-hmm.
Bailey right now,
Mm-hmm.
we don't know what's next for her.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I'm feeling about that match and the outcome. Cause like you involve Bailey either to keep Lyra involved in all this, or you know for a fact that if you make it Bailey versus Becky, you're gonna leave Lyra out in the dust. And then what does she do
Right.
next? Like where does she go next? That's how I felt about
But what
that.
happens to Bailey?
And that's the thing too.
So what happens with Bailey is Bailey's gonna be in the title picture because this was a match of multiple stipulations. This was no DQ, no count out. You had to get pinned or submitted in the ring, but if Lyra lost, she could never challenge for that IC title again.
But
Okay.
then you use it by having Nikki Bella show up and basically like put herself in the crosshairs with Becky. So it's like, okay,
Yeah, I didn't
we
understand tonight. I didn't understand
yeah, like
tonight.
we kind of leading into that now. That was like the first
Well,
drop of it.
so tonight was basically like Lyra can never go for that title as long as Becky's champion. So that's kind of like you kind of fucked my last chance. I can't go for that title. Fuck you because you interfered and you decked me, which led to me losing.
No, I get that. I don't understand the Nikki Bella element to it. Is what I'm saying.
Oh,
I that's the
Yeah,
part. Like I get everything that Nikki said. Everything that Nikki said made a lot of sense and low key correct. However, I kind of felt like, first of all, I kind of felt like Becky was taking like little spurts and pieces from other people's shit. I didn't hear her husband say my hot wife this evening, but apparently he said hot wife, so now she says my hot husband. Like I just wish that she would just be original sometimes. I think that's what turns me off about Becky Lynch. She takes pieces from other people. Then I remember Carl Anderson used to say hot Asian wife.
yeah, yeah. He
He
did
he
say
used to say that too. So I was just like, and then she pulled, the personal stuff. Like, okay, and I get it. Maybe they had an agreement that, she could say the personal stuff or whatever.
as
But
if
like, come
what gets you is
on.
that the whole like not having a husband jab thing. Like we've been here
Yeah, like
before.
it's
You really think we haven't
weird.
heard that before?
I
Like
I think it's weird. I think it's weird that, like, you didn't see like the fallout for what Tiffany Stratton did. Like, why would you go
not
there?
even that, but Liv did that already. Like, why are you doing it?
She pisses me off. Like she just takes from other people and makes it their own, and then her fans move the goalposts for her. I'm not gonna get on this Becky Lynch situation because I
Yeah,
just
because it
tonight
got a
just
helicopter tonight. So whatever you're saying,
it don't matter
cool.
because they
It
moved the
worked
goalposts
tonight
for
though.
her. No, it's always gonna work because her fans. This is what they do. This is what they do. And you can see it as clear as day. But this is what they do. But
Well,
this
it's
match
also
last night,
it's also a double entendre because as much as we poke fun of Nikki's husband, at least Becky directed it towards John and not the real life shit that she just went through with her actual husband
I wouldn't
and
have
all
touched
that.
it. I wouldn't have
I get
touched it. I wouldn't have
I,
touched it.
I get that, but I mean, I just expect it from Becky because this is the same person who, like, from the outside looking in, it just seems like she's one of those people that get multiple wrestling personalities because they didn't really get a chance to have a wrestling personality. Like, she's had so many gimmicks and fed off of so much.
Yes.
That's just
Yes.
that's just her
Yes.
mo. Like, she do it, Punk do it, her husband do it. They all do it. They all have more than one personality. And when they're on the last leg of like, all right, now I'm gonna do what I want to do. This is what you get. Like, this is how you are. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like I just expect it from her. But nonetheless, she retained, and I'm just like, it was shocker. Like, I'm ready. What I'm ready for in all this is like, all right, you know you can beat Lyra. Like, who's next? That's just what I wanted the outcome for the SummerSlam match to be. That's really it.
I'm actually generally surprised how long that match got. 25 minutes, the third longest match at SummerSlam.
And it's crazy because they gave the other women's champion like 11 minutes. So
No, so Jade got
It was
seven. Jade
7.
got 7, and Becky got 25.
it's giving y'all
This
green.
is shit that I'm
Sorry.
talking about. This
Um,
is shit I'm talking about. Oh my god. And nobody was interested.
because
Body.
they had to follow. Because A, they had to follow the TLC. Good luck with that. B, it was a no DQ, no count out. So obviously, it's going to be one of those meticulous take your time matches. But then commentary's putting over like all the pins and submissions have to happen in the ring. So I
Yeah.
don't know if you guys there got that part
Mm-hmm.
of this isn't a false count anywhere. At some point, you can do all the shit outside the ring. You got to come back in though.
This
It was
was
kind of
these two weren't the ones that they should have given
it,
this
it.
match
It
to.
was the wrong gimmick for this match, and especially if you're gonna give it 25 minutes, this
Oh
was
my
definitely the
god, it
wrong
was
gimmick because
terrible. I was like, oh my god,
it,
hurry
it
up already, pin her.
it was a either this is gonna work or you're gonna kill the crowd.
I was like, oh my god, hurry
I
up,
mean,
pin
it killed.
her.
I mean, honey, you had to be there. It definitely killed the crowd. Trust
Oh
me.
my god,
Oh, it came up on TV. That's why,
took the
You
wind
saw the
out of
group
it.
chat. I was like, "Yo, is this crowd like dead? Like,
No,
what's going
very
on?"
dead,
No,
very dead.
they're very dead, honey. The I tell you right now, when we can get to the end of the conversation, I can tell you where the real pop was and where it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the beginning was good, and you gave us that bomb ass like triple threat. Then you gave us a really good TLC match, and then you gave us that, and people were like, "Oh, well, we got to go to the bathroom at some point." Like, I'm not even kidding you. I watched like people get arrested during that whole entire match, and mind you, it's like, yeah, I watch people like get kicked out and stuff. Like, are you kidding
Mm-hmm.
me? But it's just like, I
Jersey on
hate
a
when,
jersey.
like, Saturday had no like filler match. I'll be really honest with you. And Sunday that was the filler match, and it's just disappointing because you're not supposed to have filler matches. Like, you're not
Right,
supposed to try and
right.
have a filler match, but it ended up being that.
Yeah, 1000%. What was after that?
After
AJ
that,
and Dom.
another gimmick match: Solo and Jacob steel cage match for the
Oh my
U.S.
Oh
title.
god, I was so upset at
yeah,
this.
that was
I
So,
was so upset at this.
even though we said night two would outkick night one, I did not count on 4 of the 6 matches listed for night two being gimmicks, and then you got 3 in a row.
3 in a row.
Got
This
three
was
in a
a
row.
really this match started off really good. I just don't know. I can't even tell you where the wind got knocked out of it. And I honestly felt like this was supposed to be like the start of their journey, that one classic match within this series. This was supposed to be their quote unquote swan song, in my opinion, because it was in a steel cage and because they're Samoan, you would think that they would go hard, hard. I feel like they didn't go hard. I feel like I don't even understand what that ending was. It was super anticlimactic. Even with the run-ins and the help and all of that, it just I don't know what happened. Do you guys feel the same?
So for me, I think what went wrong is when you have with solo matches, you know the crew's coming out at some point, and now it's Tonga Loa and Tonga and Tama Tonga when he comes back healthy, and then now you got Hikaleu's tall ass out there. It's like we know they're coming at some point, so it's almost like, all right, is it gonna be 15 minutes in, 20 minutes in? We know they're coming out. And it's also the way Solo's been booked, where you know he's gonna have to bring the entire posse out to help him win, versus Jacob's been this unstoppable monster that's gonna take all four of them to beat him. So as cool as they were going and they were really building in this match, it's like at some point we know how this match is gonna end. Solo's gonna need everyone to basically keep Jacob from winning, and it's just waiting on that.
Mm, my thing was, we've had months, we've had months of building this, and it's two ways, right? You've had Solo makes it very clear that this is his own version of Bloodline, and they've been milking the fact that he was named to be next in the Bloodline. They've been milking that, right?
Yep.
This was Jacob's opportunity to continue to stay on his own, and it just fell. It fell, and I can't even really answer Mimi's question on where the win got knocked out, but it didn't get knocked out because like my man was anticipating this match, and for him to say at the end like that was disappointing, that's what essentially sums it up. Like it
Wait,
was
he said it was disappointing?
he was just like, well, not disappointed, but he was like, in a sense, when he was trying to describe it, he was like, I thought it was going to be more than that. So to me, like
Where
feeling
did he
wise,
say this? Where did
he
he say this?
well, he said it to me right after the match was done.
Oh, Miguel.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant one of them said that.
I
No,
was about
no,
to
no,
say,
no.
like, she got some inside information we don't know about.
I was like, no, no, no. It just felt like, you know, this is either they're still trying to build Jacob to be an individual, or I don't know, like he's gonna win. But when is he gonna have that big win? Is it because if it's Clash of Paris, I don't know what to tell you. Like they just kind of gave us the prelude to something that's supposed to be longer. Like a lot of people were like, "Oh, what if Zilla pops up?" I'm like Zilla was sitting right like in the floor section. He wasn't popping up to do nothing. Like y'all need to let that go first of all. And I'm just like, either this is building to be something else, or they're building Jacob to go elsewhere.
I think Jacob's fine because he's over like Rover, and when he gets to just kick it on the mic or just be himself, like he organically is over with the crowd. I think this is more of a solo problem, and I think this is gonna become an issue of Solo starting his new own bloodline is cool, but I think it's almost becoming a crutch because like when Roman had the Usos and Solo, he didn't always need them in title matches because Roman could go out there and beat someone Dolo by himself, and it's become to where Solo doesn't do that, and he's too reliant on the run-ins to where it's kind of now part of his shtick. Which he's a heel, it's cool, but it's also kind of feels like it's a crutch now, and that's where I think it's more of a Solo issue. I think Jacob's actually fine
I
because
don't
Jacob
think
Jacob's
I don't
really
think
outshone on this.
I don't think it's an issue on the both of them at all. I don't think either of them have any issues in my opinion. So I just to counter that, I I think Solo is growing. He's just trying to figure out where he wants to be. I don't really think that he needs to lean so much into this comic relief stuff because I feel like him being super smart with his responses, he's coming off as as funny, and that's not where he should be leaning towards. um when it comes to in the ring, I feel like that's different, and that's where I expected a little bit more. I thought that I I've seen them wrestle before. I don't want to say that it feels like they don't have chemistry, but it almost feels like they're not in sync. And I don't know if it's
So
because they're the same build But this match issue that I have, I think it was the both of them. I don't know if it was the chemistry. I don't know if they agree to how the match was supposed to be finished. Even with the shenanigans, even if he was to lose, Jacob was to lose, it just felt like the record skipped.
Mm. I could,
And that's where it wasn't smooth. I think that's what it was. And
So could you
because they're so
say
good.
could
Mhm.
you say that this match was misbooked? So it could have been like the booking and whoever was responsible for booking this match
See, I
was
don't
not
know
making his
what
reviews.
I don't 100% understand what booking means, right? So for me, I feel like the flow, the choreograph of it, the pace of it, I don't know how people produce matches. As production, I would think, okay, you're going to do this, that, and a third. It felt like they were doing this, that, and a third, but it wasn't smooth. And especially the ending just really didn't feel smooth. From him, from Mateo slamming the gate, from Mateo slamming the gate and being hit with the gate, slamming the gate, that whole sequence was weird, and I felt like Jacob was just standing there like he was still like trying to gather his bearings from the gate slamming onto his face, but
right.
it felt like it was a hiccup somewhere, and I don't understand even how Solo came out of the thing. It was like how he ended up on the floor. It was just like, wait, what? It was like when you watch something in slow motion, like you're doing it in slow mo. That's what it felt like, and I was just like, what is happening?
So let me ask this because this match went 12 minutes 40 seconds. If they added another 5 minutes, do you think this makes the match better?
I don't know
I
because
don't
I
think
almost
so.
feel like, yeah, like I don't know. I felt like even the Jimmy run in felt like clunky. It just didn't. It didn't because I was watching it on the screen and I was watching it from the seat where I was sitting. And I was just because I heard everything. So I was watching and looking and watching, and it didn't make sense. I was watching the triple threat with the ladies and watching it on the screen. It made sense.
Mm-hmm.
They were in sync. This match just didn't feel in sync. The run in, the
Okay.
shenanigan, nothing felt. It just felt like it was good wrestling, but that's all it was wrestling. Like you could see there was there's some story to it, and with them going back at the banter, going back and forth. Yeah, of course we'd love to hear that, but something was just off at that at some point towards the ending of that match, and I don't know, and I really wanted that match to be killer, and it wasn't.
Now I'm about to go rewatch this to see where this falls off the cliff.
And I might have to do the same. I might have to do the very rarely do I rewatch pay-per-views, but this one, this one I'm gonna have to watch because I really had high hopes for it. And I was really disappointed. What was after this?
Now,
Domin AJ?
yes, dominate AJ, the homage to Eddie with the lowrider, with the gear, with the
Mm-hmm.
shirt, with the
That was great.
moveset.
I didn't
AJ
realize
paying
that was
homage
20
while
years.
fucking with Dominic. I didn't realize that either till they put that on commentary. Thank you, Michael Cole, for that.
Mm-hmm.
This was enough.
Commentary was on fire on Saturday night by the Friday night, Sunday night, by the way.
They were. This was another sprint. This one only went 10, just under 11 minutes. Dom doing Dom things to retain.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we were surprised at
It was
that.
perfect. It was perfect. It was perfect. He emulated his uncle to the T. It was perfect.
And so we got two sprints because main event Cody and Cena, 38 minutes of glorious street fight.
Mm-hmm.
Cena comes back with the I'm gonna tease the heel entrance. Nope, I'm giving you the pageantry. You guys want the pageantry? Here's the pageantry. I'm giving you the colors. I'm giving you the Titantron. I'm giving you the gear. I'm gonna chop it up with Stu, which popped a lot of people at home. He did the run with Stu, which I heard. I got a massive pop in the stadium.
John
And
Cena, just not to interrupt you, but John Cena,
nope.
I would argue, right, Sandal? The fans 75 to 75% of the fans that were there were for John Cena.
Oh,
S- so I go
80.
back.
I give it a
Yes.
smooth 80.
Yes. So I go
I
back
think
to
I
what I
sat
said
next
last
to the
week.
like. I think I was sitting next to the 10% that were Cody Rhodes fans, and one of them was a little kid. But when I tell you, they were even conflicted because they were one of them was like, "Oh, he brought back the color, so he must be face." I'm like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah."
So I go back to what I said last week. John Cena in the building is 1000% a draw. They
Hmm.
came to that SummerSlam to see John Cena. The amount of shirts, the amount, like every single color, every array of John Cena shirts that there ever was ever made was in that arena. And when he came out and his colors changed, first of all, when the black and white music hit, they was on their feet. And then when the colors changed,
Mm.
they loved that man. And when Cody won, they booed that bad.
I mean, they do that
Oh
man during
yeah,
the
that
entrance.
was the to me. That was like I was like, "Oh,"
They
and he
don't
did it,
like
and then like,
him.
"Oh, no, no, no. You know what it was too." And I don't know if anybody agrees with this, but like I think they were expecting him because the way he teases stuff to me, Cody Rhodes teases things in the weirdest way because he did the same
He's
thing with Saturday
dumb.
Night Main Event and the Elimination Chamber, and I was like, dude, either you turn heel or you don't. Stop giving us these weird ass teases that have absolutely nothing to do with you going to the dark side. Don't do that. Like, either it's gonna be a complete surprise or it's not. You get what I'm saying? But I think people expected him to get ruthless, so a lot of people actually started like cheering when they saw him unbuckle that bottom rope. Because then he started using the bottom rope, and I'm like, no, this is by any means necessary Cody Rhodes. It's not necessarily heel turn Cody Rhodes, but it's just like he did it the clean way, like he did it the fair way. But it was hard to make sure he turned heel because him and John Cena had a sentimental moment before the match even started. So it's not like you can give me heel Cody right after you do all that. There's no way. There's no way. It's not gonna work. So I think a lot of people were anticipating that, and when they didn't
They
get it,
were.
it just made it worse.
They
Like stop,
were. They.
like
Mm-hmm.
just stop. You're if you want to be good or pretend to be good or do what you're doing, keep doing what you're doing. If you ain't gonna go full Monty and show me all of it, don't show me nothing. That's how I feel about it.
He needs to keep
Mm.
his. I think he needs to keep his fanfare, and that's his way of using of doing that. I saw online. Oh, this is the first time. This is the last time we're gonna hear. What is the name? What is Kingdom? Is that the
Yeah.
name of the song? And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
so, like somebody right behind me was saying, "Oh my god, let me record this because it's the last time we're gonna be hearing Kingdom." And he said it out loud, and I thought it was very foolish to even like why would he turn heel now?
Yeah, that's a
Like this just
lot
doesn't
of
make
money.
any
That's a
sense.
lot
It's
of
not
money
even
for him to
about the
throw away
money. It's
for
not even
heel.
about the money. Creatively, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Like
it
it
doesn't.
doesn't make sense. Like what are you talking about? Why would he turn heel now? Like I feel like the company is in a state of flux where they don't know who's the next person. They legitimately don't. They can say it's Cody Rhodes, but it's really not. It's not. Like no matter how much you say it, it's really right now, this tour, going into that stadium, walking in the parking lot, that they were there for John Cena. All those people were there for John Cena. I normally see like a bunch of Hulk Hogan shirts, very and cosplay. I might have saw a handful.
I mean, I think they'll make the case that Cody is a draw because you'll look at since like WrestleMania 39 and how they've been on this 2 3 year run where everything's just selling out, the attendance is going up, the price is going up, doesn't matter, people are buying, people are flocking. Now you're getting all this attention from mainstream media.
It's
Now
that's
you're
not
getting all
because of
this
Cody Rhodes.
legend.
That's not
Now it's
because of Cody Rhodes.
I'm not putting it solely on Cody because it's a team effort. but I'm saying he's part of it,
No,
and I think they're gonna see him as part of that.
he's not. He's not a
He's
draw.
not. He's not your cup of tea, and
No,
I
no,
get it.
no. He's not a draw, Justin. He's not. It was John Cena. Like literally for the past 15 years, for the
Hmm.
time John Cena was in the WWE, it was legitimately him. Like he at that time, I will say, yes, that was him. Yesterday,
Mm.
I had to take that comment back. And it
Mm.
was not Cody Rhodes. I promise you, it was not Cody Rhodes. It's not Cody Rhodes. Mainstream media, I don't, if you really look at how many times you see Cody in mainstream, it's not a lot. You see Bianca Belair in mainstream more than you see Cody
Yep,
Rhodes. So I wouldn't say,
that's
so
true.
when I think about draw, I think about all of that, but mainly that stadium, everywhere you looked, it was a John Cena shirt. It was a John,
I
and a hat and in jorts. Like, I didn't
Well, you
realize
just
it
gotta
was a
remember
thing.
too. They have been pumping this last time is now run too. So
All his fans came out.
it's now it's Cena's unlimited time, and especially when you look at the calendar, especially that I did, this is gonna be the last time he's gonna be on the East Coast. Period, unless something else pops up. Like he ain't coming nowhere close to DC. So
well,
I think there's
if you
12
didn't go to
dates.
MetLife, you're kind of.
he's in
But most of
Springfield,
those dates are.
Massachusetts.
But most of those dates are also overseas too.
Yeah, he's in Springfield, Massachusetts. I don't think till like before Survivor Series.
Yeah, so
He's
it's
getting
like
all
if you
that.
don't catch him at MetLife, there's a chance you don't catch him again, period.
Yeah.
Unless you're going outside the states or outside of your area, which is like that's why there's more of an urgency of like, all right, if you haven't seen Cena, you better bring your ass now.
And he came out and he drew them out.
And
He drew them out.
and if we're going to the match, I will say this: like the both of them deserve a standing ovation because it feels like they took that WrestleMania match personally, and how everyone shitted on that match and said that match was not good. Now, honestly, that match was not good. So I think they came out there with a point to prove of the Mania match was shit, and people said it's shit. Let's do everything possible to make sure this isn't shit too. And Cena put his working boots on. He treated that shit like AJ Styles 2016, where he was doing shit. I was like, oh, I haven't seen you do this in years. I forgot that was in your bag. And Cody's doing shit of like, oh shit, I haven't seen you do this shit since like AEW. What the fuck? Like they were really wrestling like we got a point to prove. Fuck this shit.
He was wrestling AEW.
Don't do that, Mimi.
Don't
Don't
say,
do that.
Amy.
She's like fucking Django Unchained. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
She
Jab,
said,
jab.
she said,
I'm gonna
if
keep
you shenan
jabbing.
once, best believe I'm gonna shenan again. That's what she said.
Like, come on, Jay.
Listen,
If you throw a
everybody's like, "Oh
fastball, I'm
my
crushing
god!"
it.
But even if people were like, "Oh my god, Cena gave such a great match," I was like, "Yeah, he does. He would." Wait. No, that's somebody. Somebody said something like, um, "Cody, something about he looked
What?
good or whatever,"
Cody
and I was
gave
just
Cena a
like,
great
"Yeah."
match.
I was like, "Yeah, that's what John Cena does. This is what he do. He makes people look good." And let me tell you, I have to say, I used to watch John Cena come on these Raws back in 2017, doing these during the United States Challenge and bouncing and kind of like fluff wrestling. This wasn't wrestling last night.
He came.
He was not fluff wrestling.
Even the spot with the everybody was like, "Oh, there's a hole in the stage. Maybe the Rock's coming out." And then I see them go to the side because everybody was like, "All right, where's the street in the fight?" And then when they
Mm-hmm.
started spilling outside, my whole section started cheering. I'm like, "Okay, there we go. We got street fight." So then they
Mm-hmm.
start going around, and then you see them disappear, and you see
Mm-hmm.
John Cena rise up out the thing, and
Oh, I got the photo. I'm sending this to Mimi.
I
I got that in
Yes,
4K.
please.
I
Yes, please.
started crying. I was like, "No, he did not." Because remember when he used to do spots on top of cars, like him and
Yep.
by Batista's "I Quit" match, and he was like, "Oh, you quit? Yeah, I'm not done," and then he still f you.
Mm,
I was like,
mm,
John Cena, this is John Cena coded. I'm sorry, there's no like
mm.
it gave what it was supposed to give. It was a good match. It was a good
Mm-hmm.
match.
It was. It was. I was those near falls. Like there were times like I was so like the bell rang and I got up out of my seat. I told my neighbor goodbye and I think I was the only person on the elevator going out because I was just
You
like,
were
I
like,
was
yeah, I'm not staying here.
mad. I was irritated and mad. And I was just like, I texted Sandal, like, I'll meet you outside because I was just irritated and mad. Like, I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe this man went
It-
again.
It's like
I
not only
got
did he win, he
outside.
was kicking out of everything. It was like, was it like if Cena stabs him, he's gonna kick out at 2.99?
It
Like
was
Jesus
annoying. It
Christ.
was annoying. It
I
was
felt you.
annoying.
I felt you on that.
I went outside. I got outside. I made it outside in less than 2 minutes. That's how fast I was walking.
God damn.
Um, I was looking for my TikTok sound and I fucking heard
I saw
Brock
you found it.
Lesnar's music.
Dum
I
dum
said,
dum dum dum.
"What?" I
Yo,
screamed
I
out,
tell
"What?" I
you,
was by myself in the parking lot, like, "What?"
when I tell you, a lot of people were like, "Oh, that's it. That's all we're gonna see from John Cena." In my head, I'm like, "Nah, something is rotten in the state of Denmark. This can't be it. Like, this can't be it." Even if, you know, what's funny? Somebody was like, "Alberto Del Rio," and everybody was like,
What?
Oh
"Yo, yeah."
no. See
I,
the
I think I sat in the most lit 200 section.
nah, the
What?
motherfucker's drunk.
But
Go
I was
home.
like, no, because they heard that he got, because, well, is for, first of all, let's call it what it is. It can't be surprised that Brock Lesnar would show up. I can only be surprised they chose to do it then,
Mhm.
because John John being on the SmackDown side of things is doing two things. One, he's trying to keep that relationship with making SmackDown the number rated show on USA, because USA doesn't have that chokehold over WWE anymore. Like, there's only one program on USA, so he's driving the numbers. That's why he's there. You want to drive numbers, you would have Brock Lesnar corner him like that, the way he did Raw. But it makes sense they did it as SummerSlam, because you can't end SummerSlam night one, the way you did with Seth Rollins taking that title from Punk, and not in night two, the way you did bringing him out. Because to me, in my head, I'm like, oh, because if he would have lost to Cody, I'm like, all right, so where's John Cena going now? After he lost, I was like, okay, so is John Cena just gonna fluff wrestle every person that's on the main roster? No, he still got to fight demons. And who's his number one demon opponent? Is Brock Lesnar. It's always been Brock Lesnar.
He got a. I didn't. I'll be honest. I did not think that he was gonna come on this tour, but now I'm starting to understand what this tour means.
Yeah,
So I wasn't because I wasn't there for his whole run. I came at the tail end of his run.
yeah.
So I came out when Brock Lesnar gave him that ass whooping at SummerSlam 2014.
Did you have to?
That was the first time I
Yeah.
was introduced to Brock Lesnar
Okay.
that at that match.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, my son was crying like because he was a huge John Cena
That was
fan.
an ass
That was
whooping.
ass.
That was
What
what that was
he
one way traffic as we call it.
Oh yeah,
yo, I was afraid to tell my kid that this wasn't real.
dude.
That's how
Uh,
like he was snot crying.
that
That's how bad
backlash
it was.
match was intense as hell, and I'm just like, you mind you, you have to think about the context between him and Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar came in with John Cena at that time. He had just lost to The Rock. And then here comes, he's like, I gotta fight one demon, I gotta fight a personal demon, and then Brock Lesnar is like at the top of Hell's pyramid when it comes to demons. And now you mean to tell me that on the last run where I'm supposed to be like in this element of this is my ending of my era, because I'm an era. John Cena is an era for
Right.
me, because
Right.
I watched John Cena with the two-tone shorts on and Ruthless Aggression. That's my first interaction with John Cena. So I've been following ever since. So for me, it's the ending of an era. But you can't end an era without climbing that mountain. And Brock Lesnar's that mountain. Given what's going on, it wouldn't make sense. Even if they hadn't done it now, they would have did it at the end. That's my core belief.
He was
Like
coming back
by the
regardless. It was just
oh
a matter
yeah,
of one.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, 1000%. But I, I mean, whatever due diligence they did, whatever they hashed out, squashed out, you could not, and I mean you cannot end night one the way you did without ending night two without the same shock factor, and that was, if not more of a shock factor, the same level of shock factor. You
Well,
can't.
What other shock factor could have happened?
it was it would have been Rock to tie in the whole heel turn to begin with at
Yeah,
Elimination Chamber, and then seeing them turning face and losing like that. You could have Rock in front of him and be like, "What the fuck?"
you could have had Rock. Listen, you could have even had The Rock come out and Cody still sitting in that ring, and then all of a sudden he really attacks John Cena to get a lick back. You could have had that.
Yeah,
That
like
would have been
What
that would have been the only other one because Triple H kind of teased this going into night two, saying, "All right, we know that we have to follow night one and the heist of the summer. You haven't seen nothing yet, so it's like, all right, whatever's gonna happen has got to be humongous if you're gonna somehow top this shit that just happened."
but there's
So
just nothing.
it's gonna be Rock or Brock is the two that makes sense. Otherwise, anyone else that comes out, it'd have been like, huh?
who else part that is a part of his journey that we think we might see? Do we think Batista might come back?
No.
Nah.
Batista made it clear after 35 that like that was the match he wanted was the Triple H match that we ended up seeing. And
Mm,
after that,
mhm.
he was like, I am fucking good. And then when you see the behind the scenes stuff of like the anxiety that he goes through to even do stuff like that, he was like, once I do this, I am fucking done forever. Like I
So
want no parts of wrestling
who
after
else
this.
down his journey do we see again?
I think that's the two, really. It's Rock and it's Brock.
Mm.
It's interesting timing because this was also WWE quietly, low key doing away with the with the pressers and just doing their own pre PLE post conference with like Rosenberg and Big E and
I don't
Tessator.
understand. I
they,
still don't
they just don't
understand
want
what
to
that
ask no.
is.
They don't want to
Yeah, that's
get
what
no
that
questions.
I don't even
They don't
understand
want
what
to
that
ask.
fuck that shit
So
is.
They
so
they want you to
I need to
ask
look
questions
it up.
about
I
that.
need to look it up. I need to find out. I
I'm
need
I'm I'm, I'm
facts.
gonna say this. So Rossap put out the tweet because he did the due diligence of like he put it out there like they're not doing pressers this weekend, and then some of the other creators that were with you guys in the press came out after this week and be like, yeah, they weren't doing pressers and stuff like that. So it was either late Saturday night or early Sunday that Ross had put out there like they're not doing the pressers. So that kind of got people's eyebrows up a little bit like, why now? Because we've been
Yeah.
doing the pressers since 39, since before WrestleMania 39.
Well, you kind of saw them dwindling it down because to me, even the last when was the last conference that they had? It went from base.
Evolution because was it Adrian got a couple questions in with Naomi
But
after
how
she
many people
cashed
showed up to
in.
that presser? Only 3 people.
Uh
Yeah, I need to find out. I need an inside scoop.
So according to Alex,
That's not an inside scoop.
oh, okay.
That's not an
Well,
inside scoop.
well, this is somebody.
Ross Sapp is not an inside
No,
scoop
he's
either.
not.
I need
But
somebody inside the building to tell
ah
me
she,
well,
she
I got
won.
exactly
you.
what it is,
You
like
need
what it
somebody
is.
with
I
a
need
corporate
facts.
bag,
You know me.
right?
I need facts. I need facts. I don't need word on the street. I need to understand. I kind of know what it is.
Yeah,
I think he's just just by the clips because I stopped watching pressers a very like for a very long time.
yeah,
And I think just by the clips, Triple H has always looked annoyed at
yeah.
these pressers.
Oh yeah,
And so I was just wondering how long. First of all, he should have never been at the pressers. It should have been the full interview and maybe a what's his name Nick Aldis and an Adam Pierce should have came at the end when he comes in, answer those types of questions as management, and now should have been it. Triple H should have never
well,
been at pressers.
I feel like the pressures thing will show a face of numbers for shareholder value. That's what I personally think because I have to think about how many times Triple H has gotten up there and just go, "Oh, at the gate we had." Now, nigga, who cares about the gate? I know the place
Yeah,
is
but
packed. Why
yeah,
do you
but
think I care about gate?
give the paper to the general managers. They can read it.
Yeah,
They
or
read it,
put it in a press release and call it a day.
which that's what they do. They put it in the press release and they
Yeah,
send it
but
the next day. But at the presser, go ahead and let the general managers do it. There's no reason
yeah,
why behind the scenes managers, creative directors, EVPs should be on TV. It just doesn't make
what
sense.
what messed up that whole thing was that I don't see color, I see talent shit. Like, dude,
Yeah, when the
that's what killed
lawsuit
the
came out
that's what
and
killed
like
the
everyone was
entire thing.
holding his feet to the fire, he didn't know how to answer that shit.
Yeah.
And
I
then of course
just
you get people who were in that presser that obviously wanted to ask the question about the allegations and were like, all right, fuck it, I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm gonna ask the question. He's just like, why am I answering this question? The man that you should be asking isn't here. That's what his response gave me. Like coming through it through the screen, I'm like, okay,
he
you
shouldn't
really
have been
giving like
there.
you
He's
Yeah,
really giving like
annoyed.
I don't want to talk about this.
He does
because
well, he doesn't. Let's keep it real. He does not want to talk about it. But that's the reason why you should not be sitting on in that seat. You should have somebody else like a general manager, quote unquote, go ahead and ask these questions. Answer these questions. He should have never been doing that. He was visibly annoyed every time it was his turn to come in and have a conversation. Like
but that speaks to the whole point of the issues of the pressers, which was is are we keeping this kayfabe only, or are we going to treat this like actual like you see in the NBA and ask legitimate questions? Because if we're gonna be able to ask legitimate questions, then you're gonna have to answer some legitimate answers. But if we're gonna keep this kayfabe only and have Malcolm ask everyone and their mama the damn
Oh Lord.
Waffle House order,
Aw.
then you're gonna have people that kind of tune out and be like, "All right, this is like a farce." Then, and if you're not taking this serious, then why should we take this serious?
Right. Like somebody asking EO Sky if they were a Taylor Swift fan. I was like, okay, what are we doing?
wait, somebody asked her that?
Yes, and then like
Yeah,
it was a lot of
like,
blundering going on. Like it was just like hard. After a while, it seemed like it was something proud. Like you want to get the voice of the people, so why not get it from people who are in the media? And I think they thought they were gonna ask them like legit questions, like going to the make. Like you already, how many times can you ask somebody where was your mind during this? Where was your mind doing that? But then after a while, it was less about where's your mind at, and then it's more of like, all right, we're just gonna ask you questions. We can ask you questions. Like you have to understand. I sat in a press conference with LA, like at SummerSlam in Detroit, where LA Knight. If you didn't come and see, Jay fight Rain, it was like the weirdest moment. Like everybody was excited to see LA Knight win that battle royal. So to sit in the back and hear somebody ask, "We saw you in the Slim Jim commercial. How did you do that?" I was like, "Yo, my brain,
Somebody asked that?
yes, go back, yo, Mimi, you have to watch it. You have
I
to
don't
watch.
like them. I
You have
don't
to
like
watch
them. They're a
Brian,
waste of my time.
like me and Brian H. Waters were both like we just squinted our eyes. We're like, bro, you got invited by WWE by yourself, and he was a podcaster, and you got invited, and that's the question you asked LA Knight, and LA Knight probably was annoyed and was like, yeah, I got on a jet this morning and I went to film the commercial and I came back from my match because he was annoyed. Because he was visibly annoyed. Like, you have to be in the mind of, like, yo, my IQ is dying right now from stuff like that. And
Mm,
that's probably how they all feel.
mm,
Like,
mm,
there's nobody
mm,
that's asking, like, good questions. You get a
mm.
handful that asks good questions.
but then that speaks also to are we allowed to ask good questions, or are you gonna be like, mm-mm, can't ask
First of
that, can't
all,
ask
first of
that?
all, here's the thing, right? If real journalists understand what the integrity of journalism is, and the one person that I have to say that's on the timeline that really holds true to journalism, like he holds the feet to the fire and he stands on it, is Andreas Hale.
Oh,
Like he
yeah.
doesn't care
Oh
who you
hell
are.
yeah!
If he has something to say, he's going to say it. And I think um
And Dre's have been like that
the
for a very long time.
how you're trained is how you move as a journalist.
Hmm.
You just it's just how, like, there's very few journalists that come from that time because really a dying, it's kind of like a dying
It's a dying breed.
it's a dying breed right now because of AI and everything. So um this is why, like, I hold true to numbers and facts. Although this space is super kayfabe, I I get my shits and giggles from the facts of it all. And that's why I do make the takes that I take, because I want facts. Because truly, when you have real creative,
Hmm.
facts come out of that. Real facts come out of it. But it takes time, and it takes a lot of digging. It takes patience, and with the digging and the patience, you can truly, like, make claims that's real, and I just feel like this space is so sensationalized, and it's getting worse and worse and worse.
Hmm.
um and so I think it's good that they don't have these after pressers anymore, honestly. I think they've been a company that likes to control their narrative, um and they're going to continue to do that.
And you saw the pivot this weekend where you had Rosenberg, who we've seen him do these interviews ad nauseum with How 97 and everything else. You see Big E, who's really grown into his role very, very fucking well. Shout out to E for that. And Testator, who knows what they're doing. So we saw that pivot this weekend and how the talent reacted with it, but it's also something that people online caught up like, oh, okay, we're not doing these presses anymore. And then boom, here comes Brock. And it's like, ah, so that's probably one of the reasons why we're not doing that, because people were gonna get pissed off and start asking a lot of questions about this shit.
But
But
they shouldn't
but
shy away from that. That's the thing. You shouldn't shy away from that. But they're a company that likes to control their own narrative,
Mhm.
but it goes
regardless
back to
of
what
what
you
it
said.
is.
But it goes back to what you said earlier, which is like Brock was gonna come back at some point. Like he wasn't charged with anything criminally. He's not facing no indictments. Yes, the lawsuit's out there, but it's really 80% for the other person. And since Brock's not legally charged with anything, what's to keep him from coming back?
Yeah.
We've seen WWE bring these people back in and be like, bro, unless they're under criminal or federal shit, what's best for business? And even then, you've seen in the past that don't stop people. That don't stop us.
Mm,
It sure as hell don't. And then you see
mm-mm.
people like, hello, we had how many episodes? How many shows did we have a 10 bell salute for a person who was openly about their views? Like, I'm sorry, I don't. Either I'm at the pinnacle where you watching for what you watching, or you watching, or you skipping what you don't watch. And for me per se, it was more like what did y'all expect, like and I don't have a choice to have a reaction to that, but that, like, what did you expect, because they were going to do it anyway. If
Mm-hmm.
they can bring back somebody who talks shit on the company left, right, and center for the sake of the dollar, you really think the cap's gonna stop with that person?
And
Like,
what
Make
makes
it
it
make
worse
sense.
too is you can say all the shit you want online, but you heard that fucking pop when Brock's music
Oh,
hit and saw everyone's reaction, and they're gonna go, "That's why we do it."
but they
You can
but
say
with
whatever you
that,
want
and
online.
you see how
The
many social
60,000 that
media,
paid to go to
yeah,
MetLife reacted like that, and that's why we do it.
and you see how many social media reactions they put up, how many social media reaction they retweeted. They're even giving you how many social media reactions they got.
I think they said 75 million at the moment, 75,000. Like it's a big ass number that they said as of tonight for just Brock's returning. Like it's
mm.
doing big numbers on socials.
So who
I
knows
know that's
what's
how
gonna
I feel,
happen?
but
No,
it,
I'm just interested to see how this is gonna go. How do they mix him in, with respect, because I think I was telling Tiendo earlier, I think Brock would be good in the role of this Braun Breaker situation. I think he Breaker needs something, and I don't know, maybe Brock could be that, because he was in like, I feel like Brock was in a split era type thing. He can play both roles, as he's that like buff meathead ish type guy. You know what I mean? Like that role, like that type. I think that that's what Braun Breaker is, and maybe he can help him. I don't know. Who knows? But it's about to be midnight, y'all, and we got work in the morning.
yes, we do.
Yes, we.
Thank you for joining us. We are taking a hiatus. We will be back the Tuesday after Clash of Paris. Clash of Paris, right? Yeah.
Clash at the
Okay.
Castle.
Clash at the
Clash of
no,
Paris.
Clash in Paris.
Yeah.
Clash of
Um
Parisians.
yes, so we will be back that Tuesday. I think it's the second, I think it is. Make it a great thank you, Mange. We haven't seen Mange in a long time. Thank you for joining
We
us. And
have
we haven't
it.
seen Liz in
Salute.
a long time too. So thank you for joining us. Bill just hopped out, but Steve, Chuck, um,
Slick was in here
Slick
earlier.
was in here earlier. Vaughn. Thank you,
Vaughn's
Siendo, for
here.
joining us. Thank you, Pre, for joining us. We will be back that first Tuesday in September. Enjoy the wrestling. Make sure you do your research and have a good night. We'll see you Thursday and have a good night.
Thursday.
Thank you guys.
Peace.
Bye.